Hello and welcome to another book puzzle from Cracking the Cryptic's Greatest Hits, and this video is to show the solution to Ben Needham's slow thermo puzzle. Ben contributed our first ever Sudoku hunt, which was a 9 puzzle hunt. I'm not going to give away what it was about because it's in the book and you may not have done it yet. And we therefore, as we were featuring the hunt, we asked him to contribute another puzzle as well. It was effectively us selecting a puzzle for the book. And he came up with this. Now, we've done a few of these slow thermos. They're a little bit confusing, not just because the rules are different from thermos, but because we get so used to working with thermo Sudoku rules that the slow thermo method can be slightly confusing. Now, the rule is that along a thermo, digits cannot decrease from the bulb to the end. And that initially sounds the same as for a regular thermo, but in fact it's definitely not, because digits can stay the same as we go along this. So anytime you cross over into a different row, column and box, digit can stay the same. Now, having said that, you would think that there aren't normally many crossings between rows, columns, and boxes every time, but in fact, there are plenty. It needs a diagonal to be going through a box junction, basically. So these, and 2 on the blue, none on the yellow, but a couple on the grey, loads on these orange ones. They're all possible to stay the same rather than increase, and that really changes things up. Now, there are a couple of other rules going on here. We have 2 sandwich clues which show the sum of the digits between the 1 and the 9 in those rows, and we have 2 inequality signs showing that this cell is greater than this one, for instance. So that's it. That's all we get. Normal Sudoku rules as well. I'm sure you've had a go already. If you haven't, I urge you to do so before watching this video, but I'm going to try this now. This is a blind solve. Now, let's start with the long ones, because these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 long. They're longer than you could possibly get in a regular thermo. So what's happening? Well, okay, let's work out what the minimum finish is to start with. So we could have 1 here, we could have 1 again. Now, theoretically, we're crossing over another boundary that would allow us to stay the same, but we now have to go up to 2 because it's in the same column as that one. But in fact, that could have been 2 as well, so we might be staying the same, but at a minimum, we've reached 2. And now we have to go up to 3, we're in the same box. But now it could stay at 3, 4, 5 in the same box. We have to start ascending. Then 5, 6, 6. So there's 3 degrees of freedom on this. So I am going to fill in the possibles with 3 degrees of freedom. But this is exactly where you have to be careful. Now, I'm right there. I look right there because there are 3 degrees of freedom and this doesn't have to increase. But because this could be 5, this is what I was saying before, this could actually be 5 here. So for certain cells, there could be 4 degrees of freedom, which is really, actually it's really freaky in a way. It's sort of hard to get your head around why that applies, but it does. So this one, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, that's fine. So I don't think that thing happens again on that. It must be because it loops round at the top. So this one, which starts from the other end, let's see where that happens. Let's again be reasonably careful. Oh no, but straight away, yeah, no, this has to go up. Yes, it doesn't happen there. So we haven't necessarily got higher than 2 yet by this point. Now we have to go up a couple in jumps. I'm assuming it finishes on the same digit. I mean, with the same degrees of freedom. I think it's got to. Now that goes up. But now we could stay the same or go to 9 because, yeah, here we have to go up from that cell So both of these cells have that extra degree of freedom, 5 possible digits. And this is where we start to get a break with these inequality signs. They're the right way round to help us. I'm not quite sure what the picture was meant to be, whether it's a happy cat's face, or in fact, this thermo was black in the original grid we got. I don't think that would work very well with pencil marking, or indeed big numbers, so I've made it grey. Maybe that's softened the image. Anyway, this cell is bigger than this one, so that must be 6, 7, 8, or 9. This can no longer be 9, which doesn't affect anything else. Are we going to get the same effect here? This has to be lower, so this can't be 1. Yes, we do. It's exactly the same. We've taken away that 1 extra degree of freedom in those cells. Now these start from the same place. Well, that's very interesting. Now, this can't be 8 or 9, because it's got to go up here and be 6 or 7, 7 or 8, 8 or 9, like that. And this one is having an effect here. This has to be 1, 2, or 3. So this can then be 2, 3, or 4. This can no longer be 2, because it's bigger than that. This is lower than 6 or 7, so goodbye 8 and 7. And that is going to feed round the thermo. Let me just, that grey is not so restricted, but to compensate, we are taking away quite a lot of degrees of freedom off this thermo. I think we're always taking the last 2 from here on in. So that has reduced the possibilities quite considerably. That's intriguing. I had guessed that those inequality signs might be to kind of disambiguate something right at the end. And far from it, they're actually the part of the break-in, I think. So this also is only 2 degrees of freedom now. What have I done wrong? Yes, I've left the 2 in there. So again, we can take 1 of the degrees of freedom out of this. And that's the wrong one. What are we left with? Right. Well, these sort of things don't match up, because one has a thermo at the beginning and one at the end. Where are they close? Here, they're close. Oh, no. They're really close here. Look, that's a 4, 5, 6 triple in row 3. This is where we get going. Because if that's a 4, 5, 6 triple, and I think we've done everything right, this cell has to become a 3 now, and we get our first full digit in the grid. Let's do that properly. Oh, gosh, let's do that properly. Right, just this one. We make it a 3. That's our first full digit. This becomes a 2. That makes this a 1, because they're in the same box. And because of the thermo. 3, 1, 4, 5, 6. Well, what's this going to be? Looks like it's going to have to be 2. How could it be 7? Oh. No. I was going to say it could be 7, because you can go 7, 8, 9, 9 again. But that's interesting. Keep your mind on that 9 if this was a 7. If that was a 7, we'd have to have 6, 8, 9 along the grey cells here, and 9 would clash with 9. So that is not 9. This does begin with a 2. I'm proud of the deduction, but it barely helps us at all, because these are so unlimited. I'm not going to fill them in, because they are, this could be anything from 3 to 7, which is not all that helpful. This box, I thought that might be going to yield something. I mean, we know that 1 and 3 are restricted up there, but that's not a particularly useful area. What about the yellow thermo? Yes, now we've got a 1 in its column, so it must have 2 degrees of freedom, I think. As we go up it, let's see if this gives us anything interesting. Well, it gives us a 6, 7, 8 on the blue line where it crosses. So that's got to go up to 7, 8, or 9, which has to carry on through the box junction. And we've got 2, 1, and 3 placed. We've got a 4, 5, 6 triple. This is 7, 8, or 9 as well, which tells us nothing. Right, am I missing something looking down the grid? Yes, I am. That 2 is seeing this as a 1. That makes that a 1. Now, 1 in the central box is in one of these cells, not that helpful. This is less than 3, or 3 itself, so okay, that takes 1 out of its possibilities. That can still be 3, though. Wow, this isn't easy, is it? Right, 3 and 2 can't be down here or here, so they're both on this side of box 5. But they could both be there. 7, 8, 9 pair with a 6, 7, 8 or 9 there. No, that's not quite telling me anything I need. I don't know which, maybe, well, I've kind of used this blue one. Okay, I'm going to fill in the possible digits here. Just okay, so no, that's wrong. It could be a 2. Anywhere from a 2 to a 7. Exactly as I said before, hasn't changed. So that's useless. Now, what about this? This must be, I don't know, it could be anything really. 3 from 3 to 9. Because the same digit can be there. This is what slow thermo does to you. It really is. Where does 2 go in the central column? That's how to look at this central column. And 3. 2 and 3 are there, so they can't be up here. So they have to be on the thermo, and that means we know where they are. They are there and there. Could this be, either of these be a 4? Actually, that one can't be a 4. Because it has to be bigger than this. This tiny thermo is actually a little bit restricted. Yes, so, oh no, I was going to say 4 in the column must be here, but it could still be in the top box. 9. Can we use this 2 or 3? I don't think so. They're not very... the sandwich clues. Oh, gosh, I forgot them entirely. Look at this row. Where are the 1 and the 9 going to go? Well, they can't be that far separated because that would be a huge number in the middle. So this has to be one of them. We've got the 1 place. That's clearly the 9. Now, whatever those 3 add up to, it's going to be more than 9. So the 9 must go this side. That can't be a 1 on the thermo. So that is, this must be 2, 3, and 4 being added up. That gives us a 3-4 pair, so this can't be 4 anymore, and that is taking another degree of freedom off this orange thermometer. And we're down to 2 degrees all the way along it. Right, what about the other thermo? Is that any use? At first, it doesn't look so, but one of these 1s is forcing 1 to be in one of these cells. Oh, sorry, both of those 1s are leaving only 1 box for the row 9 1. Now, 26 plus 1 and 9 is 36. The outies have to add up to 9, the cells outside the 1 and 9 sandwich. And since they don't have a 2 in anymore, there can only be 2 such cells. There must be exactly 2 outies. And that means we can limit the 9 to 2 different cells. One of these 2 is the 9. Then the outies, which are either these 2 or those 2, add up to 9, but that's not quite as helpful. Right, 9 though has gone in the central column, and that is now having an effect. Again, we're reducing down to 2 possibilities in most cells, and now the only place left for a 4 is here. So that is a 4. Just as I suspected. No, I wasn't sure at all. That doesn't read across to here. 4 in the top row must be in one of these 2 cells. There's nowhere else for it to go. And there's 4 in one of these 2. So the 4 in row 3 now has to be here. And that is going to fix all the beginning of this thermo. 3, 2, 2. Yes, they're all good. 2 in row 8. I don't know. I mean, this gives me so many things I can be looking at now, hopefully. 3 can't be there. Oh, that's the wrong mode. 3 can't be there. 2 can't be there. So 2 is now restricted to one of these 2 cells. 3 to one of those 2, not so helpful. This could still be 1. Actually 1 now. Oh no, there's still 3 cells there. Right. Is this 9 and 1? I wish I could place them. Is that 9 there? Maybe. No, I don't think they're resolved. So this one is hard to get a handle on. Have I missed something in the middle column perhaps? 9, 1, 4, 3, 2. I don't think I have yet. 4, 3, 2. So, oh, a 6, 7 pair in the middle row. I nearly said the middle row by accident, and that might be useful. How can I use that? 6, 7 pair. So this can only be 1, 4, 5, or 8. But I mean, that's still quite a few things. That gives us 1, 4, 5, or 8 here. And I mean, anything bigger than that there, that's not useful. This thermo, I mean, these ones look so little and they bend through the digit that can stay the same. They're just not very helpful. So that 6, 7 pair is not helping us. Aha, 5, 6 pair. I think we kind of knew about that. 7 in one of those cells. No, can't see how that's helping either. Oh, 2 and 3 or 4 there. So this is, oh, this is 2 or 3, and there's a 3, 4 pair in the box. Sorry, I should have spotted this before. 2 there, 3, 4, 1. 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. Not that helpful. This can't be a 2 anymore, but as it can still be a 1 or a 3, I can't eliminate that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Gosh, this is an interesting puzzle. Now again, this 26 just feels like I might be able to use that if I could think more clearly. What about this rate? 1, 3, 4, 2, 9. Right. This has to be 5, 6, 7, or 8, because that's all that's left in the row. That is, oh, that's making a quadruple of 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this is now a 9. That now gives me a 7, 8 pair over there. Oh, that means this can't be 9. That's not very helpful. 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 1 and 3 at the top. I can actually place them thanks to this 3. That gives me a 1 here. That means this can't be a 1 anymore. So 1 here. This can't be a 1. The 1 in the... still those 2 can both be 1. And they're a sort of X-wing with those 2. So that didn't quite get resolved. Frustratingly. Now, what about 2 in this box? I think it's left in those 2 possible spots. Go with those and those. Yes, that's all that's left of 2. 3, we've got 2 positions there. Can't really use that. It's 3, 4 pair. No, I mean, that's not resolved by the thermo for sure. 5, 6. So we have 5, 6, or 9 as possibles in the top row. One of them must be a 9. 2. This hasn't changed, nor is this. It's another 5, 6, 7, 8 quadruple. 1, 2, 3, 4 in one of these. That can't be 9, but that's not very helpful. Well, I'll fill it in. Oh, it is a little help. No, it could be 4. It's not that helpful. Right. So now let's keep looking for this sort of thing. I mean, it's intriguing how many deductions have been sitting there for a while, and it's very hard to just spot them and make make the decision, right, 9 is not anymore here. And we know that there are 2 outies, so we can place the 1. This surely is helpful. These 2 add up to 9. Can't be 2, 7, but there are still quite a lot of possibilities. No, not quite a lot. 3, 6, or 4, 5. And that has to be 6 or 5. This has to be 3 or 4. Beginning to question my maths, but I think that's right. Right, that 1 fixes 1 in box 6. Doesn't fix the 2s, and that 1 is not helping anything. Right, 3 in the bottom row, could it be here? Because otherwise it's here. I think it could be in... Oh, it could be here actually. 3 and 4 obviously can't be in the central box, but there are still 3 positions for them all. Okay, how about column 2? 1, 4, 3, 2, 9 placed. Okay, so this on the thermo, the beginning of it, 5, 6, 7 or 8, that means this is not a 2 here, 6, 7, 8 or 9, and therefore the 2 in the box has to be here, and the 3 has to be here. Now I think we're making some progress. That puts 3 there by Sudoku. That puts 2 here by Sudoku. 2 here. We've done all the 2s. We've got another 3. We might have done all the 3s. No, not quite. We've got 1 X-wing left of 3s. There and there. But we have made progress now. A 7-8 pair in this row. So that is either 6 or 9. 4, 3, 2, 9. That's how we started. So that's 5 or 6 now. Yes, that's a pair. That can't be 9. So this is where 9 goes in row 4. That leaves 9 in one of these 2 positions. I favour the end of the thermo, but I don't know it. No, the only place for 9 in the central box is here. Excellent, so I'm right about the end of the thermo. I do know it now. That can't be 9, so we've got a 5, 6 pair. We can place 9 in the top box. 5, 6 pair gives us 7 and 8. That surely has an effect on the thermo. Yeah, it's all finished off. Not those bits towards the beginning, though. Or those. They're all part of 5, 6 pairs. Frustrating. Right. That can't be 9 or 8 anymore, so that can't be 8 or 7. And now we've got another 5, 6 pair. This is 7 or 8. 5, 6 pair makes this 7 in the box. This one's an 8. That can't be an 8, which is annoying. But this is now 6. So that's 5. That makes this 6, not 5, and that one's 5. That makes this 6. Doesn't sort out the thermo, but now we have a 4, 5 pair here. Could still be either way round. 8, though, in the column now has to be here. That makes this one a 7. 3, 4, 5 triple here. Can't resolve, but a 7, 6 pair there. No, can't resolve that either. Still can't quite figure out this sum at the bottom. Now we are nearly done though, surely. So 4 at the top, no. Right, that's a 6 because of the 7 in the column. 5 there. That's not 5 or 6, part of a 7, 8 pair that I cannot resolve. None of these are 6, nor is that. That's not a 6. So these are 4, 7 and 8. And I don't know how they work quite. This one's a 4 though. Yes, 5, 4, that's fine. Now I know this is 7, 8, 4. Now I know that's 8, 7. 5 and 6 down here. We are finishing off now. We've got a 7, 8 pair in. I still don't know the bottom row, and it's sum, that's 5 or 6. So we can place 4 in row 8. That gives us 3 on the sandwich sum. That puts 6 there, 5 there, 6 and 5. Still not that. 2, 1, 9, 4, 5. This is a naked single. 3, 7 there, 6 here. Excellent puzzle. I mean, really very well tailored indeed. Very worthy addition to the book, yet again from someone. And the last 2 are a 6 and a 5. And there we go. Thank you very much to Ben. I hope that was helpful if you weren't sure how to solve it, or I hope you didn't think I was too bad if you've solved it already. And hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.